My name is Adam Wolk. I'm a third-year law student at New York Law School. And prior to going to law school, I went to Colgate University undergrad, and I did some film and TV work for a few years after college. And sort of was a long, sort of windy road to get me to law school and get me working here at Adam Leitman Bailey PC. But I'm happy I made it. So just as to what I like to do about law, enjoy property and real estate. Obviously, that's why I'm here. I also like litigation, and I'm interested in criminal law as well. So I thought that I had not yet worked in a sort of larger firm environment, and I thought this was a great opportunity at a great firm with a great reputation, with sort of a great leader. Adam is a really good guy, and it's a litigation. They do a lot of litigation, so I thought I'd get involved and see what that was all about, and I got more than I ever thought I could. So that's how I got here.
What was your role here at Adam Leitman Bailey PC?
My role here was to assist anybody that needed assistance. Like any job, there's going to be tasks that are what some would say sort of but some would say sort of, Xeroxing, office organizing. But the more I did that, the more I realized that that's a very important part of litigation. It's sort of not stuff you see on Law and Order, but in order for the people on Law and Order to say things to the jury that make sense, there's a lot of research and a lot of organizing and searching for certain information or certain cases. So I did a lot of research for cases. I got a couple opportunities to write memos, which turned into motions. So I did a really interesting preliminary injunction motion. It was like 20 pages long. It was really great. It really brought me back into how to write a motion, and I had a great support group here who would sort of every step of the way help me. In addition, I worked on a case that was going to trial. It's a rent control case, and we were trying to prove that the father and son were not living together for 2 years, and therefore the father couldn't pass the apartment along to his son. And I got to do a lot of it was an investigation. It was exciting. I went through all these documents. I was trying to see if the son or the father were committing fraud. It was really, one of those stories you hear in law school where you're handed, 10 folders and you're told to make this not a fishing expedition. It's a fishing expedition now, but make it so we can go to our client and say, now we have a real case. So I did that. So there's a lot of writing, a lot of talking about cases, sort of thinking of different theories for the case. I would say that I didn't feel like an intern. I felt like a lawyer, and that is great. It is what you make of it, like anything. So that was my role.
What was it like working at Adam Leitman Bailey PC?
It was very nice. I very much enjoyed it. It's intense, but I think any good law firm that's busy and has people that have high expectations, as they should, is going to be intense. But it wasn't intense to a fault. It wasn't intense to the point I've been in law offices where it's so intense that it's counterproductive and you're walking on eggshells. That's not the case here at all. Everybody's more than willing to help. Everybody is supportive. Everybody's generally nice. That said, if you're not doing the work, they're not going to let you slide by. They're not going to scold you, but they're going to say, this is what we expect of you, and you should do it. And that is exactly what I think people in law school and myself need. We need to know what's expected. We need to know when somebody asks us to do something, we have to get it done, and it's the real world. And there's no, oh, I couldn't do it because of this or that. You do it, and what's exciting about and nice about working here is that you want to do it because you're given a responsibility and they're giving it to you. So in that respect, it's not as if you have somebody hanging over your shoulder the whole time when you're working. You do work, you come and talk to them, and they give you feedback. But that was really nice. I was able to have multiple responsibilities. And while they check up on me once in a while, it was never, oh, is this done, is this done? I knew when the due dates were. I was going to get it done, whether I was here or working at home. It was really in my hands, and I think that is something that I think is different about being an intern here. like I said, you really treat it like a lawyer. And what goes along with that is they expect you to do what you say you're going to do. And I like that kind of responsibility. And everybody's really nice. They really are. So I think it's a very comfortable office environment.
Did you get to work with Mr. Bailey directly?
I did. I actually got to see Mr. Bailey do a deposition for the case I was referencing about the father and son. And that was awesome. He really takes it seriously, as he should, and he looks at every case, and I think he places himself in the shoes of the client. So when he's fighting for the clients, it's almost as if he's fighting for himself, which makes him even a better lawyer. So I did get to work with him directly on that, and I got to speak with him a variety of times during my time here, and I went to lunch with him once. And he is obviously a great lawyer and an excellent advocate, but he is also, I think, he has a softer side, and he's a really nice guy. And he's one of those guys that if he says he'll do something for you, he's going to do it. And if he says he has your back, he has your back. And unfortunately, I think that's, you're going to find more and more lawyers, that's few and far between. I mean, if Adam told me he was going to do something for me, I had no doubt in my mind he would. But in order to have that relationship with Adam, he expects you to do work. So if you live up to your responsibilities, he'll go above and beyond to help you, whether it be getting a job here, somewhere else. He wants to help his interns when they produce a work quality, make an effort that he thinks is good.
What have you learned from working here?
I think I think there's two things. I think for me, I came in here wanting to see what a law office environment was. Before I get to that, let me just say the legal stuff, I learned a lot about drafting motions and what's important, what's not. So I had a motion that I wrote that was 25 pages, and by talking to some of the senior associates here, like Mr. John Desiderio, we were able to streamline that, and in turn it helped me know how to write stronger, more persuasive motions. I also learned that while the law says certain things many times, the bottom line is it's litigation, it's a human system, and you can have all the law in the world on your side, but if you are not coming across to the judge as, if equity is in your favor, the judge can do what he wants to do. So you need to make arguments beyond the law that affect the human aspect of the legal system, and I learned that that's very important. As to the law office environment, I think for anybody that hasn't worked in one, it's a bit of a shock. I mean, I hadn't worked really in an office firm. I've worked in smaller firms. I worked at the ADA. I never was at sort of what you would, say is it's a mid-sized firm, but it is a law firm, the law office environment. And I learned a lot about dealing with people and a lot about making sure when I got an assignment or when I was speaking to somebody about another assignment, finding out when it was due, what was the priority of it, because things come up all the time. And if you have 3 things on your list to do, and one's due Monday, the other one's Tuesday, another one's Wednesday, and then somebody comes in and says, oh, Adam, I need this new thing done by this afternoon. Well, I might be able to do that so long as I had, when I got the other 3 assignments, asked them and inquired, while the due date is day X, is it of intense priority? Being if something else comes up, is it okay if I do that? And then I also learned you need to notify all the parties involved when your schedule is changing. So nobody's going to get upset at you if you have other things to do and you can't finish it. They're going to get upset at you if you don't tell them about it. And I think that's just the little things, but it matters a lot. And I learned that.
What was the one thing or experience that will stand out in your mind that you gained from working here?
I mean, seeing Adam do a deposition was just really great. That I will never forget that. He is intense in the best way, and I had seen a few depositions before, nothing like this, and I think it gave me a goal to strive to, and I will never forget that. And then writing this awesome motion has been just great, and seeing, I mean, I'm sure many if you're watching this, you're probably a law student or interested in interning, and after first year, if you're not interning, you're not writing motions. Really, there's nobody sits down like I'm going to have a fun day and write a motion for no reason. So coming back and getting assigned this big motion really made me realize, wow, I'm rusty. But at the same time, once I got into it, I was like, wow, I'm so much better at writing now. Not because I've been practicing writing, but because I've been taking exams and learning how to think like a lawyer, and that transfers to writing, and that was just a huge confidence boost, and I think that's great. So.
What would you consider the best aspect of working at Adam Leitman Bailey PC?
I think it'd have to be two. I can't do one. Sorry, it's just two. The best aspect for me working here was the fact that I was given responsibilities, and that when you come in here while you're an intern, they treat you with respect. They wouldn't have asked you to come here if they didn't have confidence in your work product, and they're going to give you assignments and let you do it. And I think that was just great. I've had a few places where they don't let you just do it. They don't trust you. They don't, and to me, it doesn't help anybody if you're not giving them the trust and then helping them. The other thing is the people. The people are just nice. They're nice people. And it's nice to come into an office. I remember after the first Obama debate with Romney, I came in and I had a great 30-minute conversation with one of the associates here. And it was just nice to know that I can come into an environment and everybody's serious about the work, but at the same time, everybody's willing to have a nice conversation. So I enjoyed that.
Do you have any other comments or suggestions?
I think that this is a great place to work. I think it's a great place to get experience. I think if you're really looking for an opportunity to see what is done in a mid-sized to large-sized real estate litigation firm, I don't think it could get better than working here, because you get the responsibilities. It's a nice environment, and you're going to learn a lot. And I think that, and then you're real world ready. I mean, after you work here, I really think you have lots of attributes that people that haven't had this opportunity are going to be lacking. And when you get a job, after you graduate, and you go in and they say, can you do X, Y, and Z, you're going to be able to, and maybe even more importantly, you're going to have the confidence that you can. And that's priceless. So.
Do we have your permission to post this on the website?
You got my permission to post it on the website.
Thank you.